Project Marco, my project to find every single stronghold across PurityVanilla's first and second seeds, has been completed. The project began on February 3rd of 2022, and it was completed by February 28th of the same year. So it took 25 days for us to find all 132 portals and document them. Some of them were found, some of them were not found, some of them were glitched. We have seen a whole ton of different things, as you've seen across the last few videos, as you're seeing in the background right now. Each of these portals is unique and different, and man, we've found some really cool things. Now, the awesome thing about there being 132 portals is that that's 4 more than a normal world would have. A normal world has 128 strongholds, which generate in these rings around spawn. Most of the areas where the stronghold should have spawned in the first seed were already loaded before the second seed came around. But some stronghold locations were loaded using seed 2, which gives us this additional 4 portals. By the time the project was finished, I had found 56 end portals by myself, which is almost half of them. You can tell I had a lot of fun doing this project and flying around and seeing all these different places and documenting these, making the graphics. We're working on a chart right now where people can go in and select the little point that they want, and it'll show them the coordinates to that exact stronghold. We're doing it with Weffy, who owns the Purity Tech Archive Discord, and he's been a huge help. Also want to give a big shout out to Melwin for kind of starting the process of documenting all of these and then coming along with me and taking it by storm. And then another big help has been Yurkis, who is a person, I just saw a bunch of his signs by these strongholds. I'm like, oh, I keep seeing this Yurkis person leaving signs at different strongholds, so maybe he's found a bunch of them. He ended up being a huge help. Never met the guy before. He had quit the server, but he came back and he did a ton of portal hunting with us, and it's been a blast to have him. Also thanks to 1.23 Mining Master, Cool Cash 10, Thesto, and everybody else who's helped in this project. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you the last few days of me going around to these different end portals and finding what I find, including a really cool glitched portal. One last thing I do want to mention before we jump into non-pre-recorded clips is this really cool end portal I found surrounded by all this obsidian. There were withers everywhere, mobs spawning all over the place, and all the withers were called auto-clicked wither boss, which is from Pumpkin, a group who does a lot of griefing, and this place used to be the main base of a group called Dung Beetles, I've been told, so it was really cool. It took me forever to find the portal. There were still some builds left and like a lot of obsidian and everything. It was just absolute chaos in there. It looked really cool, but man, finding the portal was a pain. So Seed 2 is going to be quite different from Seed 1 in terms of portal hunting. We expect there to be a lot less portals in Seed 2 than there are in Seed 1, because obviously Seed 1 was the first seed, people started spreading from 0-0 out, and most of the area where end portals are able to spawn was generated during that first seed. Dang! What is this? Were they trying to terraform over it, or make a mountain, or what? I love seeing cool big builds like this. I really want to work on a big build myself. It doesn't even have to look super great, I just want it to be massive. You can see some of the stuff I've just found on my journey, you know, diamond horse armor, and the shulker box, a bunch of diamonds, invisibility potions, some emeralds. As I keep mentioning, there are concentric circles from 0-0 where these end portals can spawn. I am at one of the farthest concentric circles where the end portals are able to spawn. So we are seeing a lot of chunk borders right now. Somebody who's helping us in Project Marco mentioned that it would be really cool if there is an end portal that is cut through the middle by a chunk border. That would be extremely rare, and I highly doubt that we're gonna find something like that. But it's fun to imagine what we might find. Haha. Now, again, I don't want to get my hopes up because it's very unlikely that the corner of the stronghold here happens to have the location where the portal would be. I've got my subtitles on and everything. You can see right here is where the seed changes. There are bits of the stronghold down here. But whether or not there's actually the portal room, no way. Has anybody been in here? Nobody's been in here. Right here, the end portal would have spawned. This was 1 block away from spawning. Holy crap. These are the only end portal frames that exist where it is impossible to have a portal spawn. That I've seen, at least. We gotta build something. Okay, so it's definitely not perfect. It's not centered or anything, but that's kind of how it goes with glitched items like this. I can't believe it. We are the first person to discover this place, and we found a glitched portal like this. Absolutely insane. So I just wrote some signs saying this glitched portal frame was found during Project Marco. NerdieBirdie YT documented this frame on February 21st of 2022, and the end portal was 1 block away from spawning. I think that's all that needs to be said about this place. I would have left a book, but I just don't have the resources for it, and I don't care enough to go get them. So, when that being said, I think that's just about all we need to do here. I guess we'll leave the rest for posterity. So that concludes Project Marco, my quest for finding all the strongholds. We will be publicly posting the coordinates to all of the portals on the wiki, along with making several different graphics, and of course that chart made by Weffy where you can go and click on each one individually and get the coordinates to all of them. We've got some minor tweaking to do to the graphics and things before we release them, but they will be ready soon. I also want to mention that I will be gone this next week. I'm actually going to Costa Rica for a mandatory school trip. We have to go to see some cross-cultural experience, so I will be gone for like the entire next week, and I have to miss work and recording and all this stuff. Man, it sucks having to go to Costa Rica. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be awesome. It's kind of like a vacation. I don't know, I thought it was going to be like a mission trip where we go and help people and, like, you know, see needy communities and things, but it's kind of just like us hanging out at the beach and, like, lollygagging around. I feel like just a rich, entitled person, which is weird because I'm not rich and I'm going to be in debt, and we'll have fun. We'll just ignore that stuff and we'll have fun on the beach. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and sticking around for Project Marco. I hope to do more big projects like this. This is really the first project I've done myself, you know, like I led an SIP event called Operation Box Drop where we went and we put shulker boxes full of all these goodies around spawn, but I didn't do most of that work. I actually did most of the work for Project Marco, so I'm really, really excited to finally have this one done. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye!